ensuring synergy. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing industries and advancements in machine learning, generative AI, and automation, while quantum computing is pushing computational boundaries with its breakthroughs in hardware and algorithms. This symposium dwells into optimizing AI infrastructure, modern quantum algorithms, AI quantum convergence, and scalable quantum systems.
In a few days, we will hear from the leading researchers, practitioners, and innovators who will not only share their insights but also inspire collaborations and spark new ideas. This event is a testament to the commitment of organizations like C-DAC, DIAT, and others working tirelessly to position India as a global leader in these cutting-edge domains. Together, let us embrace this opportunity to learn, exchange ideas, and envision a future where AI and quantum computing work hand in hand to solve humanity's most pressing challenges. Thank you again and welcome to the symposium.
We are deeply honored to welcome our esteemed dignitaries who have graced this occasion with their invaluable presence, and also request our dignitaries to proceed towards the ceremonial lamp for the lamp lighting ceremony. May I please invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai, Outstanding Scientist, Director, SAG-DRDO, Dr. Ethirajan D., Center Head, C-DAC Chennai, Dr. BVHS Narayan Murthy, Vice Chancellor, DIAT Pune, Dr. C-DAC Pune, Dr. Manisha, Mathematical Science.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्ताव्रता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासनाच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता श्यामा पातु सरस्वती भगवती शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्या जगद्व्यापिनी वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदा जाढ्यान्तकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विधरतीं पद्मासने संस्थिता वन्दे तां परमे भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदा शारदा.
Before we begin our symposium, I would like to also extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests in the audience today. Colonel Retired A.K. Nath, Senior Advisor, C-DAC, and Shri Nachiketas Bhatkar, CEO, Multiversity Group. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your contributions to the discussions over the next 2 days.
I would now like to request Dr. Manisha Nene, Associate Professor and HOD, School of Computer Science and Engineering, and Shri Amit Saxena, Scientist E, C-DAC, Pune, to welcome our esteemed dignitaries with bouquet.
Lakshmi Panat, Scientist G, Program Director, C-DAC Pune, to give welcome address for the symposium.
A very good morning to all the esteemed guests, distinguished speakers, respected colleagues, and dear participants. So Raghaveda has said, Ano Bhadra Kratavo Yantu Vishvataha, which means let noble thoughts, let knowledge come to us from all directions, from everywhere, from every corner. This signifies the openness to knowledge and a spirit of lifelong learning. On behalf of the organizing team and Center for Development of Advanced Computing, it is my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the Symposium on Quantum Computing and Artificial Intelligence at the Takshashila Smriti Auditorium of the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, DIAT. As we gather on this extraordinary journey of the fusion of artificial intelligence and quantum computing, it is very important that we combine the theoretical and practical aspects of both these areas. अभी प्रयागराज में हमें सबको पता है कि महाकुंभ चल रहा है और आज का दिन विशेष महत्वपूर्ण है। तो प्रयागराज में जो कुंभ चल रहा है उस अनुषंग में यहाँ पे हम ज्ञान कुंभ कर रहे हैं, ऐसा हम विचार कर सकते हैं। और इस ज्ञान रूपी कुंभ में हमें बहुत आनंद है कि हम सहभागी हो रहे हैं। Before we proceed, I would like to acknowledge and extend a warm welcome to the distinguished guests and VIPs gracing this special occasion. Our chief guest, Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai sir, outstanding scientist and director, SAG DRDO. Dr. Shri Sanjay Wandekar ji, center head, C-DAC Pune. Dr. BHVS Narayan Murthy, Vice Chancellor, DIAT Pune. Professor Dr. G. Raghavan sir, School of Quantum Computing, DIAT Pune. Dr. Ethirajan sir from C-DAC Chennai, he is center head from C-DAC Chennai. Also, I would like to extend my heartfelt welcome to Colonel A.K. Nath sir, Senior Advisor, Quantum and HPC, C-DAC. Dr. Shri Nachiketas Bhatkar ji, CEO Multivarsity Group. So we see that senior scientists and researchers are part of this symposium and there to bless us and to guide us today. We are grateful to all these visionaries and thought leaders amongst us. The potential impact of quantum and AI, we are all very much aware that both these areas are emerging technologies and having impact in the areas of healthcare, cybersecurity, financial modeling, and so many other new upcoming areas. So we are having 2 days full of lot of deliberations from experts such as Mr. Vishal Chatra, Devar Shri Tripathi ji, G. Raghavan sir, Umakant D. Rapol sir, Shruti Patil madam, Manisha Nene ji, and our own Amit Saxena, Professor Usha Devi A.R., Bijoy Krishnadas ji from IIT Madras, Professor Aruna Tiwari, Professor Aniparan Pathak, and many, many more. We also have panel discussion on quantum accelerated computing, which will be guided by Colonel A.K. Nath sir. The panelists are also from C-DAC Pune, C-DAC Bangalore, C-DAC Patna, C-DAC Noida. So from all across the country, we have experts who are joining this panel. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our esteemed speakers who have traveled from across the country to be part of this symposium and to guide us and to enlighten us on the new topics of quantum. Coming to our participants, they are the leaders of tomorrow, and Vikasit Bharat 2047 इसके स्वप्न को साकार करने के लिए ये जो हमारे सामने यूथ है तो उनका बहुत अधिक महत्व है और उनके लिए भी यह बहुत सुनहरा अवसर है. I encourage all of you to make best use of this symposium and to networking, collaboration, and I was just discussing also with Madam just now that all these areas are multidisciplinary in nature, so it is very important that we network and collaborate to exchange our ideas. And one quick suggestion here is to ask a lot of questions because the experts are very knowledgeable in their own respective areas. So the question answers and the interactivity of the session will bring out more dimensions, more aspects of these technology areas. Just a few days back, we celebrated Vivekanandaji's what we now call as the National Youth Day, and very, very important focus of our Prime Minister as well as Swami Vivekananda. And he has given one very important direction, and the direction is Utho, जागो और तब तक मत रुको जब तक आपका लक्ष्य प्राप्त नहीं होता. In English, what he has told us is rise, awake and stop not till your goal is reached. So in the beginning, introduction, we were told that we are working in these cutting edge niche technologies and we really need to work hard in both these areas to do what is now regarded as one of the best in the country, one of the best for the upcoming few years and a couple of decades at least. So with this, I would like to welcome all of you to enjoy the deliberations, to have a Jnana Mahakumbh and get new directions for our work. Thank you so much.
Symposium, inspiring us to delve deeper into fascinating interplay of quantum computing and artificial intelligence. Symposium.
Good morning, everyone. So it's my immense pleasure to be part of this event, and moreover, it's my great honor because whatever the people in the dais, whatever the senior experts and other things, and also I'm having my ex-DG C-DAC, Nath sir was there in front of me. So I should thank Sanjay Vandekar sir to give us this opportunity to provide the welcome address. Yes, the symposium is very important because of quantum computing and artificial intelligence. The quantum computing, the word itself is not new for us. It started from the quantum physics and other things. And AI, which is every day in day-to-day activity, we are involving with the AI. Because every data, whatever we are just switching on from our mobile, everything, it should be recorded in the backend and someone is tracking us. That is nothing but as an AI as of now. For example, I like to search something in Pune, what exactly I like to get it when I should go it back to Chennai. The preference will become automatically, right? Because somebody already searched from Chennai to Pune whenever they are traveling it and other things, because today the AI is binded with us. Coming back to this quantum computing and other things, the first algorithm of quantum computing and other things was formed in 1996, and they started with this quantum algorithm. But today, if you are just seeing it, there is a tremendous opportunity what we are having it for the quantum applications and other things. Starting from the weather modeling, big data, AI, ML, everywhere the quantum would like to play a vital role. Okay, what is the government investment in this quantum computing? So the National Quantum Mission, I think Nath sir will be aware of the entire thing. So they allocated a fund of 6,500 crores. So that fund will be valid up to 2030. So there will be a very huge opportunity is there, not only for the C-DAC, and also for the startup, academia, researchers to invest more amount of time and efforts in this quantum computing. Coming back to C-DAC, C-DAC stands for Center for Development and Advanced Computing. We are a society under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. We are having 12 C-DAC centers. Every C-DAC center is having their own thematic areas, but whatever the projects and products we are doing it's pan C-DAC project. I was always amazing by seeing my seniors. They are master brain on supercomputers and other things. And moreover, Mr. Sanjay Vandekar is also the responsible person for implementation of quantum. So, when I was done the deep dive about this quantum computing and other things, there are various areas are there. Starting from quantum operating system, quantum cloud, quantum hardware, quantum software. So they never thought about quantum processor. I thought Sanjay Vandekar sir should take that initiative for the quantum processor by joining the hands of academia, startups and industries, and we should prove our capability as one Indian nation. So whatever the other countries are doing it in global market and other things, but the expertise, everybody aware of that, it's a Indian minds. So whatever our thoughts and other things, always we are in the better position in the global market and other things. But my only request is we should stay back in India, we should contribute to our own nation in this quantum and other things. There is a extraordinary opportunities there and other things. For the young students and other things, if you are going to invest 6 months in quantum computing and other things, your future will be in a different perspective. But my only humble request, don't use ChatGPT, right? It's only for us to the reference and other things, because when I'm asking my people to generate any project proposal, within 10 minutes they are coming up with the proposal. I know where they are getting it, right? That is not the way of working it. Every time whatever I'm thinking it, the fundamentals should be very strong. You should have your own fundamental. For example, you like to start it from quantum, you should invest for minimum 1 year. So whatever the legends, whatever sitting over here, they are done the deep dive in their technology for 20 years or 23 years. If I'm getting some time with Nath sir or Sanjay sir, they'll be explaining about the complete hardware, complete all those things. That is the expertise what they are having it. When the chief guest and other things, that is what the expertise. So only my humble request, please think about your future and make sure that what is the specific goal you'd like to get it. Thank you for this opportunity.
Share his valuable insights with us.
Good morning, all of you. Our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Pillai, Vice Chancellor, AI&QT, Vandekar sir, Panat, and Dr. Ethirajan, and Panat. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to the AI&T campus. And I also wish to welcome our faculty here and all the participants. We are arguably at the cusp of something that has potentially vast disruptive effects for future technologies. And we are planning to discuss at some length both of these disruptive technologies, namely quantum technologies and artificial intelligence. There's a lot that is promised. It could completely change through these deep techs, the future path of technologies, other technologies as well, with vast societal impacts. But what we are not sure is how the progression of these technologies is going to happen. That is something that nobody is able to divine into. What are the time scales we are looking at? But one thing is clear is that we are, unfortunately, a couple of decades behind the leaders in these technologies. Not only in these technologies, but our entire ecosystem needs substantial development if you are to have all the components, and really as a nation that's aiming for a $1 trillion economy, be completely independent of what could be protected technologies in the future to which we will not have access. Western countries, especially the United States, has maintained its leadership by denial of technologies to aspiring nations like ours. And the recent announcement by the President of the United States does not gladden our hearts now, because they are going deeper into this sort of a protective type of technology regime. Being from the Department of Atomic Energy, we suffered this for nearly 5 decades, but then that helped us master end-to-end the entire nuclear fuel cycle to building 3 generations of reactors, and our own efforts into supercomputing. It also was based on the denial of, they refused to sell Cray computers to us. We started in DRDO with the Anuko processor and then Param development. So sometimes technology denial could also have a positive impact. Now with regard to disruptive technologies, again, they are themselves facing disruptions, as you would have all read in about the DeepSeek. The Chinese have announced at a fraction of the cost that the Americans have developed, and it cost the stock market to come tumbling down. Big companies like Nvidia had reverses of 17-20% of falling stock. Similarly, recently we were having a sort of a discussion where Jensen Huang of Nvidia made a fairly fair assessment and a statement in passing that quantum computers were at least 2 decades away. And many people like Scott Aronson took a very strong objection to it, saying, and that had an effect on the stock value of Google, AI&Q and many other companies. Again, the stock fell by as much as 50% for some of these companies. And their objection was a single individual like Jensen oughtn't to have an effect on the market. But in all fairness, I think the assessment was fair in that these technologies have been overhyped, oversold, and we still are very, very far away from the promised land where quantum computers are going to rule the world. No quantum computers, there's no requirement for quantum key distribution or any of the other things, barring perhaps quantum sensing. So the other important announcement came from Google regarding, because they decided that the scaling up of the number of qubits is not the answer to anything. We are still in the regime of the noisy intermediate scale quantum computing, and therefore the only way we can progress is through error correction. And they have made very significant announcement through the Willow, and that should give us heart in the sense, as Dr. Ethirajan rightly remarked, many of the best people who are working on these technologies are Indians, including the first author of the paper that was released on Google Willow was Raji. So therefore we have substantial talent within the country, but unfortunately the way NQM and other funding is going, they're spreading themselves thin. They're talking about an industrial ecosystem that is non-existent, variety of other things, and this way of spreading our resources thing is not going to help. One would have wished that one had 1 or 2 centers where complete focus is on quantum computing and sensing and communication. Only then, when all the resources are put together, would we ever have a chance of assembling mathematicians, physicists, technologists, computer scientists in one place to achieve this goal. This is a personal viewpoint, but anyway, I welcome you all for what would be, I am sure, 2 exciting days of discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful presentation. Your expertise and perspectives on quantum technologies and technological current affairs have enriched our understanding and sparked important discussions for this symposium. I thank you once again, sir. I now request Shri Sanjay Vandekar, Center Head, C-DAC Pune, to address the symposium.
Dr. Rajesh Pillai, Director, SAG DRD. Dr. BHVS Narayan Murthy, Vice Chancellor, DIAT Pune. Professor G. Raghavan, School of Quantum Technology, Dr. Manisha Nene, HOD, Computer Science Engineering, DIAT Pune. Dr. Ethirajan, Center Head, C-DAC Chennai. Colonel A.K. Nath, our ex-DG and Senior Advisor, Quantum and HPC C-DAC. And researchers from across the globe. A very good morning and welcome to this two-day symposium on quantum computing and AI. It is indeed a privilege and honor to stand before you today at this inaugural ceremony of two-day symposium on quantum computing and artificial intelligence on behalf of C-DAC. As many of you are aware that C-DAC is being forefront of supercomputing since 1990 onwards. And we are building the indigenous supercomputers since then. And now the quantum computing is basically in the same region than when we are actually working on the supercomputing in 1990s. So those days actually we are talking about gigaflop computing, which is now actually even your mobile is more powerful than that. Okay. And supercomputers are in the exaflop range. So C-DAC has been working in this area since then, and now we are actually having petaflop of compute power within the country. And we are developing various technologies for supercomputing, starting from processor to servers to the system, including the complete software ecosystem. So the supercomputing is matured now, and then it is going further. So recently we actually launched our indigenous Param Rudra supercomputer that is launched by our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi. 3 of them are launched, and that is again one very good achievement from C-DAC side and from the country side, because this supercomputer is not only developed by C-DAC but with the industry help. So the complete ecosystem of designing, manufacturing and deployment of the system is happened within the country. So same thing is what we expecting from the quantum computing area. So we need to develop the complete quantum computing ecosystem within the country. So that is where I think all the efforts are happening within the country, quantum mission, and even at the different levels, even Ministry of IT, Electronics and IT is also supporting these initiatives, and C-DAC is working on various technologies. From AI side, C-DAC has developed not only technologies but the applications. We currently have a supercomputer which is one of the largest supercomputers. We call it Ethirajan Paramsiddhi AI supercomputer, which is having 410 AI petaflop of compute power. And this facility is actually ranked about 75th in the top 500 supercomputing systems of world in June 2023 list. Now this system is being used by thousands of researchers from academics, and about these are from 200 plus institutions across the country. Even the startups are using the systems, and I welcome all the community here, AI community. They can use the system for the requirements. For AI, for the startups, we are giving about 200 GP hours free of charge, and then further we are giving the access to the systems at concessional rate. So apart from AI mission, I think we are just starting now, but before that we are actually having this system available for the researchers in the country. Basically we have recognized these emerging technologies of quantum computing and artificial intelligence. So we are working in the various areas. Under the Quantum Accelerator project, we are developing a quantum experience center to enhance quantum processing capabilities and facilitate cutting-edge research in hybrid computing. So as you know that many applications only on quantum computer may not work, so we need even HPC along with that. So this is what we call it hybrid computing. So to have the complete application running, you need both HPC as well as quantum computing. So that is where actually we are working on hybrid computing, and we are accelerating this quantum computing by simulator working on the accelerator side. So on the quantum ecosystem, we are working in various areas. Like we are working in the fiber-based quantum secure communication MACAM along with IIT Madras and Chennai. This is one of the area we are working. We are also working on control hardware, which is FPGA-based for supercomputing quantum processors. We are also working on agile drone-based free space quantum communication, quantum machine learning use cases and applications, quantum optical sensors for water pollutants. Then we are also working on a quantum safe financial transaction framework. Also we are setting up a reference quantum facility which can be utilized for not only running the applications but to test the indigenously developed quantum technologies with this reference facility. So our collaboration with the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology DIAT Pune has been since long, and I think we are working on the building a robust quantum research ecosystem within the country with the DIAT. So once again, I extend heartfelt welcome to each one of you, and let us embark on this journey of discovery and innovation together. I look forward to insightful conversation, meaningful exchanges, and groundbreaking ideas that emerge from this gathering. So thank you very much, and wish you all an enriching experience. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your enlightening thoughts. Your insights into current advancements at C-DAC Pune have provided us with a clearer picture and understanding of the exciting developments in the field. I would like to now request Dr. BHVS Narayan Murthy, Vice Chancellor DIIT Pune, to address the symposium. A brief bio about Sir. Okay, thank you.
Good morning to all. Sri Rajesh Pillai, Director SAG, DRDO. Sri Sanjay Vandekar, C-DAC Pune. Dr. Ethirajan, Center Head, C-DAC Chennai. Professor Raghavan. Mrs. Lakshmi, Panat from C-DAC. Dr. Manisha Nene. Senior executives from C-DAC. Deans, HODs and faculty from DIIT, all the speakers of this symposium, and all the participants. My greetings and best wishes to all of you on this two-day symposium on quantum computing and artificial intelligence, jointly organized by C-DAC and DIIT. First of all, I would like to thank C-DAC for choosing here at DIIT, where I think we are the academic institution particularly towards defense research, particularly on the postgraduate and PhD areas. I think as all the speakers were saying, particularly with respect to these two disruptive technologies, particularly AI and quantum computing. We have seen a lot of happenings in this field, particularly. If you see the present, because I am from defense, particularly with respect to the recent conflict between Russia and Ukraine, we are seeing a lot of asymmetric warfare or disruptive type of warfare being used, particularly the loitering munitions and drones and all those things, where the conventional the warfare technologies have become, means they are not able to defend this thing particularly. That's why I think, so always I think the technology is changing so fast. I think the innovation is coming a long way, and we are seeing the new technologies coming based on the technology advancements. And as I think as particularly the previous speakers have rightly pointed out, we have seen ChatGPT coming sometime in 1-2 years back, but now we are seeing the much newly, I think yesterday a couple of days back, we have seen the DeepSeek Chinese innovations on the LLMs, particularly with respect to optimized way of running on a lower performance hardware. I think that's how I think the innovations take place, and we are seeing continuously advanced, the new technology advancements and a lot of developments. I think these two technologies we need to work on focusedly. Particularly, I think there is a lot of initiative from the government of India, particularly on this quantum and also on AI, with respect to by funding to various institutions and all those things. I am very happy C-DAC is taking forward with respect to the computation, the computing, and I think they are the main stakeholders, particularly with respect to supercomputing. And definitely, I think we should have a focus only on these infrastructure, but also the basic components like the core chips or something need to be developed. I think that's how I understand. I think C-DAC is also taking some steps in this area, and quantum wise, I think a lot of academic institutions are working, and even DIAT is also working on that. But I feel there is they need to work on very focused missions to achieve self-reliance in these technologies. In fact, nowadays the mantra is we should develop everything within the country. I think we have seen every country working basically for their nation's priorities. Similarly, I think our earlier of importing everything, I think that should, I think we are in the right direction of going because of Bharat, and definitely I think coming years we will see a lot of indigenous technologies being developed, and one of these two are these two advanced technologies. And I am seeing a lot of particularly in this 2 days symposium, a lot of topics being covered on both these topics, and with respect to the latest developments and in these two technologies. And also I am seeing a lot of the complete one is the silicon photonics also being discussed, and photons and quantum technologies. Of course, digital twins is coming big way, particularly to reduce the development time and also cost of the system development activities. I think digital twins play a major role, and I think all these talks are given by eminent speakers. I think definitely, I think this 2 days symposium will bring a good deliberations among all of ourselves and understanding of these two technologies, and I think definitely it will be a benefit all the participants and also C-DAC and DIAT. So I wish all of you all the very best and very happy discussions in these 2 day session, and wish you a very happy stay in DIAT, and thank you very much and all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such thought-provoking insights. Your perspectives on the intersection of education and technology are invaluable and will inspire us as we continue our discussions at the symposium. I now have the privilege of introducing our chief guest, Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai, Outstanding Scientist and Director of SAG DRDO. Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai, Outstanding Scientist, Director, SAG DRDO, is currently, he holds an MSc in Computer Science from Pune University and a PhD from IISc Bangalore, specializing in coding theory and cryptology. With extensive experience in cryptology and information security, he has led multiple projects, including a framework for assessing IT product security and a follow-up initiative on trustworthy AI. His contributions earned him DRDO Scientist of the Year Award and a Team Award in 2009 and 2021, respectively. Under his leadership, SAG is also advancing quantum technologies for secure communication, exploring both quantum computing and quantum communication. I now request Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai to grace this symposium with his inspiring speech. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Honorable VC, DHVS Murthy, Dr. Ethirajan, Dr. Sanjay Vardekar, Professor Raghavan, Mrs. Lakshmi, Colonel Nath. So it's a galaxy of C-DAC stars here, center heads and former DGs. It's nice to have participation. Actually, I was told, Professor Manisha told me that C-DAC was actually pushing for this workshop. So Amit Saxena was also one of the key persons pushing for this workshop. So it's a good initiative. First of all, I should congratulate both the organizations, DIAT and C-DAC, for coming up with this initiative. As AI and quantum computing are, they've been labeled as various things, game changers, disruptive technologies. And these are basically going to be the future. Actually, AI was there for a long time, but there are some happenings, events which have happened which made AI come in the forefront once again. And of course, over this 2-day symposium, you'll get to hear a lot of experts from this domain who give their respective contributions or research work in this area. I don't want to go into too much of technical details. My lab does work in both the areas, but I am more of observing what is going around in this ecosystem. So, like that episode is, people look at that blind man and the elephant. Everybody gets to see one particular perspective. So I get to see one particular perspective in my lab. I'll try to share my perspective. It's not going to be the overall picture. Obviously, there will be other experts who give the other part of the story, and then you'll be able to put in the pieces together and get a comprehensive overview. That is what the symposium is for. So from my side, I have a slightly different way of looking at AI and quantum computing when applied to our domain. So with respect to AI, when it started somewhere in the 50s of the previous century, the way it is labeled, actually it causes a lot of problem. Like people tend to attach human values to it. So when you call it artificial intelligence, they think it is the tendency to map it to human values is quite strong. What you have to look at is some program which is simulating a behavior what an average or an intelligent man will do in real world. So the same applies to whatever you call responsible AI, ethical AI, and all. It's not that there is something inside that machine which is behaving. It is simulating an ethical behavior, it is simulating a responsible behavior. So if you start looking at things that way, possibly you'll be able to get a better insight or perspective into what is happening. So when you build systems, you go with this approach rather than thinking there is something holy which you are going to build, which is going to have this all great human capabilities. So early AI systems were mostly people talking to experts and then trying to capture what is the reasoning, and then they came up with something called expert systems, rule-based systems. So that was a tough task. Then they said, can we just look at that, what are the various inputs to the system and what are the outputs, and can we learn from that? So that is how this machine learning evolved. And earlier on, because of this lack of hardware, things were just there. Then this NVIDIA GPU revolution came and they started using the machine learning like anything. And added to that is, of course, this huge amount of data which is being generated, which C-DAC Chennai head Dr. Ethirajan was also pointing out. Like, you're going around with mobile, not just mobile, whatever you do, even if you're carrying a mobile and walking around, you're generating data. You're making a phone call, receiving a phone call, you're having any access to a digital service, you're generating data. Now, what do we do with so much of data? So they realized, like, you can search for patterns in it. Fundamentally, this AI/ML is a method for scanning through data, abstracting out patterns, and then exploiting those patterns for either predicting something new or classifying whatever activity you're doing. So this abstraction of patterns can be done more efficiently if you get better hardware. So the GPUs were helping, and now they managed to reach a stage where they could feed huge amount of data and then come up with this stuff called LLMs, which have become a rage past 3 years or so. So now what happens is, do we actually, there were a lot of experts speaking to the media, the doyens of Indian IT world, saying we should not build our own LLMs and we should use whatever is already existing and then try to configure it, customize it and all. I have a different opinion. I feel we should be building our own LLMs. It takes a lot of hardware was the complaint, a lot of investment was the complaint, but now with this Chinese DeepSeek, we should actually understand that it's doable with lesser amount of resources also. And from the defense ecosystem point of view, I can tell you, having your own LLM is more trustworthy than, it's similar to having white box hardware in your hand as your own LLM. You are taking an LLM from abroad, it's almost like a black box hardware which you have to trust. And never trust any black box hardware. Whatever amount of security testing you do, it's not going to be sufficient. So this is my perspective with respect to this AI part. With respect to the quantum, of course, there is this quantum computing which this seminar is about, and then there are some talks I noticed which are on quantum key distribution also. Which Srivastava from DRDO had actually worked on it. And then, of course, like Dr. Santhu from AI&QT is also here, who work in all the three aspects, like computing, key distribution, and sensing. So I'll try to give my perspective on this particular, all these three areas. Quantum computing, of course, we'll reserve for later. Quantum key distribution is something which we use to solve the key distribution problem in cryptography. You have encryption systems at both the places. The keys have to be distributed securely to both the places. So the terminology which is used in literature is wrong. They call it quantum key distribution. It should be quantum key agreement. Technically, what you're doing is agreeing on a common key at two different endpoints. So this one, it turns out to be something which is difficult to break. Because they managed to prove that it is theoretically secure. Theoretically secure is one part of the story. When you build a system, it is a practical piece of hardware. The hardware will have vulnerabilities, so don't just go with this label of theoretical security and then say job is done. The hardware has to be tested independently for security, otherwise you may get into trouble. So what has been realized till now is QKD in India, we managed to get 100+ kilometers. And the other part of the story is they said quantum, the existing public key cryptography which was used for key sharing is breakable using the quantum algorithms by Shor. So they had to come up with an entire new ecosystem of post-quantum computing. So that is a quantum computing story. So QKD is something, our side we managed to do it on fiber on a regular telecom network, and I believe a lot of efforts are going on for the free space one. And the independent groups in National Quantum Mission which are working on it, and free space part I thought was tough, but then let's see. I mean, you should not stop research just because it is a difficult problem. Let people work on it, and you should not expect this thing. The way in MOD we are worried. The moment we say like, okay, we can come up with a small quantum processor with so many qubits, next year there will be somebody coming and asking, when can I expect the next quantum desktop at my office and all. So this is an unreasonable kind of thing. So you have to temper the expectations of the user properly. So free space QKD is also in that research domain. We can do something, we can manage over some distances, but long distances like from here to satellite is not yet, we are not yet there. We are trying for it. I'm talking about the entire ecosystem, not DRDO right now. Then, with respect to quantum sensing, I don't know much. All I am aware of is some interesting research has been carried out with respect to coming up with replacement for GPS wherever GPS denied environments are there. So using that magnetometers and all, so you can detect where exactly you are. And GPS denial is something which will invariably happen during war, and that time having these kind of backup plans is always going to be useful. Other place where I thought these could be used was detecting submarines which are submerged in the ocean. There's nuclear subs which go on long missions, and you would still like to track them, and there is nothing on the surface which is going to be leaking out their position. So this magnetometers may help you in detecting a submerged submarine. So that is the sensing part of the story. Some research work is going on. I'm not much into it. Hopefully some of the speakers will cover that. Then coming to quantum computing per se, of course I already mentioned that some interesting algorithm came up on a quantum computer which could be used for breaking the public key cryptography, which is commonly used in our financial ecosystem. In fact, that RSA and Diffie-Hellman protocol, which has been elliptic curve also rampantly used in our financial ecosystem and entire internet communication, all of them are susceptible to these things, provided we have a quantum computer of a reasonable size which can execute this algorithm. So strong efforts have been initiated. The US has already come out with a post-quantum computing cryptography standard, and I was trying to see to it. There is one ecosystem in India also, controller certifying authorities. So they also try to migrate to post-quantum, but that roadmap will take some time. They have prepared a roadmap, that is what I can say. But sooner we migrate to quantum safe key agreement algorithm, the better, because our entire business ecosystem, commercial internet traffic, everything goes on that. One clarity which people generally miss out is they keep on saying all crypto systems are broken. It's not all crypto systems, it's only the ones which are used for key sharing. Symmetric key cryptography is not broken. So the way in which they use quantum cryptography for this thing is they use a quantum key agreement. The agreed key is then used along with a standard AES. And that strategy will still work in the future also. So now you got two happening areas, quantum and AI ML. So is there an intersection between these two? Yes, surprisingly there is an intersection. And the first cut people will think, of course, AI, there was this huge amount of computing needed. So you can have this, quantum computers trying to speed up their training. So that is an obvious speed up you can think of. So first, the benefit you can get with quantum computers applied to machine learning is speeding up the training and the execution of the trained model part. Second benefit which people discovered was when you have a AI network and there are something called associative memories or content addressable maps. So you feed in a lot of patterns to it, and that network is supposed to remember whatever patterns were fed to it. Later, part of the pattern is given to it, it is supposed to recollect from it. So how many patterns can you remember? That is what we can call the capacity of the network. What was discovered is this quantum Hopfield network would be having a higher capacity than a normal classical network. So besides speed, we got capacity improvement. And the third dimension in which they could figure out improvement was efficiency of learning. So when you say efficiency of learning, can you arrive at a given performance with lesser amount of training data, or given the same amount of training data, can you learn more detailed models? In this direction also, researchers have managed to find successes. So these things you'll find on the Google team's website. They use that quantum TensorFlow models for working on these domains. So this is as far as my perspective of this particular domains are concerned. So coming back to the symposium, I would say there are a lot of interesting talks which are being scheduled, and you got a lot of interesting things to look ahead to. I again repeat whatever advice Madam Lakshmi was saying, like ask questions, interact with other researchers in this domain. There's an area where nobody knows everything. Everybody is just working in one particular domain. So more you interact, more you share knowledge, and then better perspective you'll get for the whole domain. And it's not that you're going to be knowing these two areas. These areas are going to be applied in every other domain. Financial sector and research, or even mechanical engineering, or whatever domain you think of, AI is going to be used, and quantum is also going to be used for in its own way. So with these thoughts, I'd like to finish my talk, again wishing all of you a very useful and fruitful workshop and symposium. Thank you.
Lightning address. Your insights have added immense value and have set a strong foundation for the discussions that lie ahead. We deeply appreciate your time and perspective. It is now time for us to felicitate all our esteemed dignitaries on the dais. I would like to request Dr. BHVS Narayan Murthy to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai.
And Director, School of Computers, to felicitate Dr. Ethirajan D, Center Head, C-DAC, Chennai.
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai, the esteemed dignitaries on the dais and in the audience, distinguished guests, the expert speakers of the symposium, the attendees registered for the symposium, dear colleagues, and the organizing team. On behalf of entire organizing team, and Mr. Amit Saxena, I stand here to express heartfelt gratitude on this momentous occasion. This symposium is a testimony to demonstrate our best collaboration between DIAT and C-DAC, great teamwork, fruitful collaborations while shaping the technological advancements, and a promise to make the technology solutions and deliverables are made tangible. It is truly a privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the members present today. The first and foremost, we express our sincere appreciation to Dr. N. Rajesh Pillai, Outstanding Scientist and Director, SAG DRDO, for gracing this event as chief guest. Sir, your insights today presented to us and the vision have been truly inspiring and enlightening. We are grateful to your valuable time and presence, sir. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. B.H.V.S. Narayan Murthy, the Vice Chancellor DIT, for his enlightening address and unwavering support in advancing with innovations, continued guidance in shaping technological advancements. We are profoundly grateful to Shri Sanjay Vandekar, Center Head C-DAC Pune, for his support and encouragement in fostering innovations and research collaborations. This is a testimony of that, sir. A heartfelt thanks to Professor G. Raghavan, School of Quantum Technologies, DIT, for sharing his perspectives, and the faculty and staff of School of Quantum Technologies, DIT, for contributing to the success of this initiative. We are truly thankful to Dr. Ethirajan D., Center Head C-DAC Chennai, for his valuable words and support in strengthening the research ecosystem. We wholeheartedly thank Ms. Lakshmi Panat, Program Director, AI&QT, C-DAC Pune, for her warm welcome and the leadership in organizing this program so effectively, and the analogy that being mapped as Mahakumbh, as Mahagyan Kumbh today in our session. I express enduring gratitude to Mr. Amit Saxena, my friend, for his unwavering confidence in us. Since November, he was insisting and had put a message that let us do it together, and this is a reality. We see the light of the day today and the collaborations in organizing this symposium. His dedication and the teamwork has been instrumental in ensuring to let us have the symposium see this light of the day today. With deep respect, we acknowledge the august presence of our esteemed guests in the audience, Colonel A.K. Nath, Senior Advisor, C-DAC. Sir, you are an inspiration to us. Especially I am being inspired since 2017-18. I observe your contributions. Thank you so much for being here today. Shri Nachiketas Bhatkar, CEO, Multiversity Group. Sir, thank you so much for your presence. And your father is an inspiration to us as a computer scientist who was supposed to be here with us. The director of AI&QT DRDO Lab, Dr. Santosh Sardar, the deans who are present today for this occasion, Professor Onni, Professor Thakur, Professor Murthy, and the faculty members of DIT, those who are present for this august gathering. With profound gratitude, we thank all the esteemed speakers, the experts of the symposium. We are truly thankful to the office bearers of DIT and C-DAC. Special mention is due to the security officers of DIT, MT section, EW, data center, HMC office, finance office, academic section, administration office, and the staff of VC Sir's office for their gracious support to make this a success. A special appreciation goes to the organizing team and the staff, mentioned to Mr. Naresh, Mr. Brindesh, Mr. Sankhe, Archana, Avinash, Gopi, Nilesh, Shikant, and the team, most vibrant volunteers who are having the presence for the conduct, and all those who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event a grand success. Lastly, we sincerely welcome and thank each one of you present here. Your participation and enthusiasm does add immense value to such initiatives, and we will continue to engage and collaborate for a brighter future in science and technology to build self-reliant nation. Jai Hind. With the permission of the dignitaries on the dais, I hereby declare that the inauguration function is over. I request all to rise for national anthem, please.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे